When Daniel Craig officially retired from the role of James Bond after the final film No Time to Die, Hollywood quickly entered the race to find a successor for this great cinematic icon. Among the series of famous names put on the candidate list, one person quietly but strongly rose to become the number one choice in the hearts of global fans: Sam Heughan. Sam Heughan, the Scottish star famous for his role as Jamie Fraser in the hit series Outlander, has long been known for his classic handsome appearance, masculine, elegant demeanor and cold demeanor, indispensable elements to transform into James Bond. Fans have seen Sam many times in fashion photos, where he wears neat suits, has a mysterious half-smile and a cold gaze, all as if he was born to be Agent 007. Many fans commented that Sam Heughan doesn't need to act to become Bond, because he already carries the image of Bond in every gesture. The role of Jamie Fraser not only brought fame to Sam Heughan but also proved his diverse acting ability. From intense action scenes to deep emotional scenes, Sam has conquered global audiences with his stable performance and emotional depth. What's special is that Jamie Fraser, although he belongs to the 18th century, still possesses the courage, intelligence and charm of Bond. Many fans even call him James Bond of the past. Therefore, Sam Heughan's entry into the modern-day Bond role is just a natural continuation of a heroic image that he has portrayed brilliantly for nearly a decade. When polls on prestigious film sites such as IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes, Screen Rant, and even Reddit and Twitter forums exploded with the question who is the next James Bond, the name Sam Heughan continuously led. Thousands of fans around the world created the hashtag Heughan for Bond and called on producer Eon Productions to listen to the audience's wishes. A recent survey on the famous film site Digital Spy gave impressive results. Sam Heughan won more than 35% of the votes, far surpassing other heavyweight candidates such as Henry Cavill, Richard Madden or Idris Elba. Fans believe that Sam Heughan is not only suitable in appearance but also in nationality. Scotland, Heughan's home country, is the birthplace of author Ian Fleming and the birthplace of James Bond in the original novels. The return of a Scottish Bond is seen as a way to honor the original values of the brand. Sam Heughan's reaction: modest but not denying. Facing a wave of strong support from fans, Sam Heughan remains humble but does not hide his pride. In a recent interview with Variety, he shared, "To be mentioned for an iconic role like James Bond is a great honor. I grew up watching Bond films, from Sean Connery to Pierce Brosnan and Daniel Craig. If I had the chance, I would consider it the biggest challenge of my career." However, he also cleverly avoided confirming any ongoing negotiations, further raising public curiosity. While fans are boiling, Eon Productions and producer Barbara Broccoli have remained absolutely silent. According to multiple insiders, informal casting sessions have been taking place over the past year, and Sam Heughan is one of the candidates who has made a strong impression. An anonymous casting source shared, "Sam has it all: the looks, the acting skills, the charm and most importantly, the desire to push himself. He is not just an action star, but an actor with depth." Of course, Sam Heughan is not the only name in the race. Other candidates such as Henry Cavill, who is loved after playing Superman and Geralt in The Witcher, or Richard Madden, who played Robb Stark in Game of Thrones and impressed in Bodyguard, are also strong contenders. However, many critics say Henry Cavill has too American blockbuster an image, lacking the traditional sophistication and cool British style of Bond. Meanwhile, Richard Madden, despite his Scottish roots, lacks the emotional depth that Sam Heughan has shown over the years. Many experts believe that the new Bond will have to have a breath of the times, not only a man of action but also a person with psychological depth, understanding himself and the times. At this point, Sam Heughan is considered the ideal candidate. He not only possesses an impressive physique, rich acting experience, but also has a clean personal life, a calm personality, very suitable to become the new global symbol of the 007 brand. With an unprecedented wave of support, many people believe that Sam Heughan is very close to the opportunity to become the next James Bond. If this turns out to be true, it would be a huge turning point in the actor's career, and at the same time open a promising new chapter for the 007 film franchise. Amidst countless speculations, only one thing is certain. Fans are ready to see Sam Heughan step onto the screen with the legendary gun, the classic line, Bond. James Bond, and the cold eyes that make the whole world tremble. All that remains is for the producers to make a final decision, and perhaps, a new era of James Bond will begin with Sam Heughan. Not only receiving support from the audience, Sam Heughan is also highly appreciated by experts as a potential candidate, capable of redefining the image of James Bond in the context of modern cinema. Famous film critic Mark Kermode once commented, "Sam Heughan is not the safest choice, but he can bring a deeper, more complex Bond. A Bond who is both a warrior and a man struggling with inner darkness." In addition, action directors also praised Sam's physical ability and professionalism. In Outlander, he not only acted in dangerous fighting scenes but also performed many heavy physical scenes without a stunt double. This shows that if he became Bond, Sam is completely capable of shouldering the peak action scenes of the series. Modern audiences no longer want to see a perfect, invincible James Bond like in the early days. They want a Bond who is more relatable, with flaws, vulnerabilities and fears like everyone else. Sam Heughan, with his genuine acting and emotional depth, is the one who can breathe new life into Bond, more human, more sympathetic, without losing his steely fortitude and deadly charm. Sam's real-life lifestyle, simple, attached to his native Scotland, involved in many charitable activities and having a clean private life, also makes the public feel that he is closer and more genuine than other flashy superstars. On the producer side, Eon Productions is facing a big challenge. How can James Bond continue to maintain his position as a global icon in the fiercely competitive context of world cinema? The recent Bond films, although commercially successful, have also been under a lot of pressure to innovate and adapt to changes in social views on the image of masculinity, sexuality and power. Sam Heughan, representing a new generation of actors, modern, thoughtful but still respectful of traditional values, could be the key to helping Bond enter a new era without losing its identity. Undeniably, the support from global fans plays an important role in shaping the choice of the new Bond. The age of social media means that the voice of fans is no longer overlooked. The hashtag Heughan for Bond continues to spread across Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Fan-made videos with images of Sam as James Bond have been shared millions of times. Many fans have even set up online petition campaigns to Eon Productions, expressing their desire to see Sam Heughan wearing a black tuxedo and wielding the legendary Walther PPK. Although there has been no official confirmation, according to some behind-the-scenes sources, Sam Heughan has begun taking intensive training courses in weapons, driving and martial arts, the skills required for a true James Bond. That shows that the Scottish actor sees this not only as a career opportunity, but also as an artistic mission, where he can contribute his personal mark to one of the greatest cinema icons in history. According to the schedule, the new Bond will be announced later this year or early next year, in preparation for the next film scheduled for release in 2027. If all the speculations are true, Sam Heughan could officially become the seventh James Bond in cinema history, following in the footsteps of famous names such as Sean Connery, Roger Moore, Pierce Brosnan and Daniel Craig. Until then, fans can only wait and hope that, for the first time in decades, Scotland will once again produce a legendary James Bond, Sam Heughan. And if that happens, perhaps the words "My name is Bond" James Bond will ring out in a deep, cold and enchanting Scottish accent, opening a new chapter for the immortal 007 symbol.